Let me say this. One of the best ways to understand men is to listen to the men around you, like your fathers, brothers, grandfathers, uncles, genuine male friends, and even what happened in the course of you having a relationship with them. Today, we're going to be talking about what women learn about men from men.
Things I learned about men from men. You can't make him do anything, babe. You quite literally cannot make him do anything. Just like if you don't want anybody to make you do something, they can't do it. So you can't make him do anything. You can't make him be someone he's not. You can't make him act in a way he's not going to do it. If he doesn't want to do it, he won't do it. I was watching a podcast with Tony Gaskins. He literally said men do not care if they ruin your lives. They don't care if it's been 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You know why? Because men can always find them someone new. They can always find them someone younger. So they don't care if they waste 5 years of your life, 6 years of your life, 10 years of your life. That man will get you pregnant just to take you off the market. Yes, he will. He will literally not even like you enough to want to marry you and have you around all the time and want to do all the things that pregnancy requires. He will get you pregnant just to take you off the market. He will get you pregnant just to sit you down. I did mention this in another video, but I'm saying it again because I need y'all to understand these men will get you pregnant just to sit you down for 10 months. They'll never admit it, but they respect it more when you leave. They respect it more when you leave. If you allow somebody to continuously mistreat you and continuously do things that disrespect you, guess what? He realizes you have no respect for yourself, babe. He respects it more when you leave. Leave. Men play games to test you. They like testing women. They do it. It's like second nature to them. They play games with each other too. So it's just like them testing you. It's just who they are as a species. Like they're going to play games to test you. You play games to test them. We all testing each other at the end of the day. Just know the games never stop. He could be 21, 40, 45, 50. Yeah. It's not going to stop, babe. Okay, babe.
I want to share with you guys 3 things that I've learned from being in relationships with men. The first is you never tell your man everything. I don't care. Do not tell that man everything. Don't tell him how much you make. Don't tell him how much you got. Don't tell him if your ex treated you any type of way. You tell that man kissed your feet. You tell him he paid your rent. Okay? He opened doors. Number 2. A man, when you find that thing you don't like about him and, it's a red flag, if you are continuing to give your 100%, he is not going to change. He is not going to change. So do not hope for that. Okay? Do not fall in love with potential. Number 3, when you do burst the bubble and you're all done, he will give you 13 good, strong days of I am changed. I have changed my behavior, because ain't nobody leaving a comfortable situation. Ain't nobody going to say, yeah, let me give up on this clean house, this good food, this bed all made up and everything is perfect and all my bills are paid. He not going to want to give that up. Ain't nobody giving up something good. Everybody going to fight to keep something good. And if you took it and you accepted it before, you're going to take it now. She took it before and she stayed. Girls, top 3 things I have learned. Pass it on.
The biggest thing I've learned about men in all my years on this earth so far is to leave them alone. The only way he will learn and the only way to get through to him is to say nothing and to leave him alone. The more time you spend writing paragraphs, pleading with him, begging, crying, explaining your pain, trying to show him how he's hurt you and how he should treat you better, all of that time spent is wasted. It's a waste of your time and it's a waste of your energy, because he does not hear any of that. All he hears and sees when you do that is, wow, she's not going anywhere and she really cares about me and she loves me. That's the only thing he sees and hears. So please do yourself a really, really big favor and stop siphoning your energy into trying to show that person how they've hurt you and what they've done wrong and how they should treat you better. Because if they were going to treat you better, then they would have. He will realize in his own time his wrongs, his wrongdoings, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully by then you've moved on with your life, you're pouring love into yourself, and you've maybe even found a king. But regardless, just leave men alone, all right? Just leave them alone and love yourself.
I can read a man in minutes. After a 13-year marriage that ended in divorce, I am now happily newly engaged. And after interviewing over 10,000 people in the span of a decade for my career, I've been able to pick up on patterns, and I can start to see when the mask is going to slip off. So here are 5 things that I wish I knew at 20, even at 30, that I now know at 41 years old, and I'm about to save you some years. Number 1 is you meet the real him when he's drunk or pissed off, because stress, it rips off the mask, and who he is when he's under pressure, that's exactly who you're going to get long term. Number 2, the first 90 days, girl, that is his highlight reel. Science shows us that men are chemically wired to perform during the chase phase, and after that, that's when you see the real him. Number 3, forget the sweet talk, forget the promises, watch for his patterns, because consistency is the real commitment. Words can be rehearsed, they can be faked. Behavior is real-time data. Number 4, a man who is in love is never going to make you feel like a burden. Love should make you feel lighter. If it feels heavy, that's not love. Number 5 is attraction without the respect. Girl, that is a ticking time bomb. Chemistry will fade over time. So respect is the only thing that can keep the desire alive. Wait till you hear the next 5 that I've got. They are going to flip everything you thought you knew about dating. So stay close and follow for more.
Many women learn their men often express love through action more than words. Whether it's fixing something, offering help, or showing up when needed, action can just be as meaningful as verbal affection.
Things I'm learning about men through my male friends, part 1. Men have no concept of a league. Like, according to them, every woman, no matter how attractive and successful and rich and well-educated she is, they genuinely, in their brain, think that they have a shot with her. Like, when my girlfriends and I look at good-looking men, we're still rooted in reality. Like, we wouldn't really approach a guy that we think is so much better than us because there's just no need. Like, we understand leagues. But my guy friends, the kind of women that they set their eyes on, like, I've looked at them and I've asked, this is a woman that you're going after? Like, you genuinely think you guys have a shot? And they're like, yeah, why not? The audacity shocks me, you guys. Number 2, men can be just as delusional as women. It's just in different aspects. For me and my girlfriends, if a guy texts us like once a month, the way our brain works is, oh, he's so in love with me. But for men, whatever a woman does, the way their brain works is, oh, she wants to sleep with me. Recently, one of my guy friends actually told me this girl wanted to take him home. Like, this woman is literally ghosting him, and he's telling me with full confidence that she wants him bad. Number 3, nothing that a nice guy does is for you. It's for themselves and themselves only. It is for their own validation. It is only for them to be seen as the different guy. These ones just happen to be socially aware and very well packaged. So the rule that I follow now is that no matter how nice a guy is to me as a friend, I don't give a shit. I'm only gonna judge a man based on how well he treats his girlfriends and his wife. That's all I give a shit about, because these men are so good at acting like they're hidden gems. They just know how to put on a good facade, and that's about it.
One thing that I truly admire about men is that their selfishness and their desire to always put themselves first. I think it's one of the most shocking things, because us women, we're naturally empathetic and we always compromise things. But men, you could be in a 20+ year marriage. The minute they have the desire to be with someone else, they will risk their 20+ year marriage for 10 seconds of nonsense. They don't care. They will put their careers over you, their dreams over you, whatever they want to do, they'll put it over you and their kids and their families. They'll put everything in front, everything below to get to where they want to get to. And I think that's truly admirable. I feel like maybe it's hard just because I'm the eldest. I always have to consider other people in my, pursuits of things. Like, oh, well, what would this one think? What would this? No. I need to think. I gotta put my best man foot forward and think, babes, gotta get things done. Got to get things done. We can't be, hey, it's truly honorable how selfish the gender can be.
Just because 7 men like your story does not mean that 7 men want to date you or care about you or even like you. It means that 7 men saw you and were like, oh, she's hot, or oh, I'd hit. And so he threw you a bone. But I'm telling you, these men throw 10 bones a day. You are not the only story like. Your desperation to be chosen and feel special is making you very easy to manipulate. It is not a man's job to complete you or make your life make sense. And if you believe a man is coming to save you, you. They will say whatever they think they need to say in the moment in order to get what they want from you, which 9 times out of 10, it is access to your body. Nothing from men is really free, okay? If he's buying you a drink at a bar, if he's inviting you into the section, he's doing it not to give you a good time, but to get access to you. If that's a game you want to play, you can play that game. I personally don't feel comfortable doing that. If he keeps liking other girls' posts after you told him you don't want him to, or following other women, or watching certain stuff online, he does not respect you, okay? And I would argue he doesn't love you. And the more you tolerate, the more you let him get away with, the less he's going to respect you. Because if you can't respect yourself enough to leave, or respect yourself enough to hold firm on your boundaries, why should you expect someone else to respect you? The whole possessive thing, the whole like, I don't want you to wear that, I don't want you to post that, is not cute. And it is 9 times out of 10 rooted in control and insecurity. And a lot of y'all are just falling for it because you really want to feel desired and you want to feel special. Here's the thing, if a man really does value modesty and he wants his girlfriend or wife to dress a certain way or post a certain way, his goal should not be to find a woman who will listen to him. His goal should be to find a woman who already shares those same values and wants to be modest for herself or for her religion, not for him. So if that's an argument in your relationship, you clearly don't have the same values and maybe you're not a good match for each other. This is kind of going back to the first one, but lustful attention from men really is worthless. At a certain point in my social media journey, I had a lot of male followers and it literally added nothing to my life. No one was actually investing into me. I was just getting a lot of cheap attention. It's a good sign if he's kind of like timid around you or like scared to push your boundaries. And if he's pushing your boundaries, especially when it comes to physical intimacy, once again, that man does not respect you. This goes for men and women, really all humans, but we tend to value things more the harder we had to work for them. So don't feel bad making him work for it. And if he backs out early, he was never wanting anything serious with you to begin with. Love you guys a lot. Bye.
Things I've learned about the male species while being friends with them. There are pros and cons about being friends with guys, and here are some of the pros, which is learning how they really think. I'm so sorry to tell you this, but he really does not care if she's your best friend, if she's your friend, if she's your sister. He doesn't care. What I mean by this is they're not gonna stop to think like, dang, they're best friends, so I'm probably not gonna get with the other one. They really could not care less. The most they'll do is find an excuse to get out of the situation they put themselves in, but they really do not care if you guys are best friends, sisters, cousins, like it doesn't matter. He will get with both of you guys if he really wanted to. The next thing is that they love to be complimented. If you really stop to think about it, girls get complimented a lot more than guys did, and they actually love genuine compliments. Not just like compliments that his mom would give him, but like genuine compliments that like, you know, it's a compliment that's only towards him and not everybody else. Like you can call him handsome, fine, but like anybody can say that, you know, but if you compliment something about him that like you noticed in him, he really likes it. This is a very specific one that I've noticed, but they know how to compliment every girl based off of their reputation. So if you have a reputation of like being a bop or being passed around or something like that, they're gonna compliment you more based off like your body, and they're gonna say more things that are like But if you're a girl that's known to be hard, but if you're a girl that's known not to be easy and like hard to get kind of, he'll compliment you more off like your personality or something more respectful other than like, oh, you're so fine, you're so bad. So guys know when you like them. Same way we can tell when a guy likes us, they can tell when a girl likes them too. He may be acting dumb or stupid, but honey, trust me, he knows. He knows, he just doesn't want to do anything. You guys need to understand that men are very easy to understand. Like you can literally see right through them. So if they like you, you'll know. They'll chase after you. Men love to chase. I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't chase you, if he's not obsessed with you, he doesn't like you.
One thing I really, really love about him is that he takes initiative. I feel like men think that we want money and all these things, and yes, we do. But the most important thing is acts of service. The other day I was on the phone to my sister, and I was saying, I needed to pick up some hair that I bought from one of her colleagues. I was not talking to my boyfriend. He was just in the room. It was not a conversation that involved him whatsoever. And my sister was like, you need to rush and go and get this hair because my colleague is leaving work and she's going to leave it in the reception. And I was so far from the hair and I was not going to make it in time. So I was like, okay, can you get a cab for me? And she was like, no, I can't. I'm going out. It was just a lot. It was a lot of kerfuffle. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to rush there. And it was literally like a 2-hour drive. I cut the phone off. And then my boyfriend was speaking to someone and then he cut off and he was like, don't worry. And I said, what happened? And he goes, my cousin's going to pick up the hair. He said he'll pick it up for you. I didn't even ask. I was getting ready to drive my car. I have a car. I love to drive. I was going to go and get my hair. It's my hair. But by the time I'd gotten off the phone, he'd already called his cousin and asked his cousin, can you pick up my girl's hair? Is it possible? Are you around? His cousin said, yeah. He was like, he's on his way. So sexy.
One of the biggest lessons is that the right man will make you question your worth. Whether it's a father showing unconditional love to his children or a respectful partner treating you with kindness, healthy relationships should bring peace, not constant confusion, chaos, and a one-sided relationship.
Things I learned about men from men. Don't get that man who been talking to himself in your DMs or your text message a chance, babe. He gonna make you pay for it. He gonna make you pay for it. He gonna try to humble you for making him wait, especially if you was talking to somebody else. If you think he wouldn't, he would. If you think he won't, he will. As a matter of fact, he gonna do it the minute you tell somebody, my man would never. That's when he gonna do it. Right then and there. The minute you say it, he do it. They will be with somebody they don't like. They'll have kids with somebody they don't like. They'll marry somebody they don't like. But the thing is, it's not that they don't like you. It's that they like you enough to do all those things with you, but then they don't really like you. So it's a convenience thing. Men marry when they're ready. So whoever's around when they're ready, that's who they marry. It don't matter if it's the love of his life, second love of his life, third love of his life. If you're around when he's ready, you're going to get married. Them homeboys be waiting for y'all to break up too. Them homeboys hop in them DMs. Them extra nice ones, the ones who, you always like, dang, his friend always was real cool. He like you. Not all the time, but it's happened enough times for me to know them homeboys be waiting too. They can tell when you don't date a lot or you don't have a lot of dating experience. I had a male best friend in high school. He used to tell me all the time, you are so green. Like, you are so green. You really just be believing these men and what they be telling you all the time. Like, you really green as hell. Like, men can tell. They know exactly who to try certain stuff with, who to do certain things to. They can tell when you've had experience on that. He has a work wife, babe. Yep, even yours, the one who brings you flowers every night, kisses you when he comes home, the one who's been faithful y'all whole relationship. He got a work wife, and they be flirting. My ex actually took me to a work event, and he was in there with his work wife flirting to the point where the work wife said, "Isn't that your girlfriend?" Yeah. Okay, bye.
Men are so predictable that once you start to learn the male code, it's going to be so much easier for you to date because you'll almost like anticipate certain things, and when they happen you won't be surprised, and you'll learn not to react and perhaps like the way that you've always been reacting, because you see it coming and you know what it means under the surface and you'll know how to react. So this is part 3 of decoding the male code. First thing, there is a concept called the rubber band concept. This is the concept that men need distance in order to create closeness. There is a spectrum to this, but largely you will find that men, especially when you're first starting to date them, will need a little bit of space in order for that connection to blossom. A secure guy and a guy that's not playing games will come back pretty quickly. It's not supposed to be this like huge rubber band, right? But there will be a bit of silence and a bit of space and a bit of distance that, in my opinion, is quite healthy. There's a spectrum again where someone that is very avoidant or is playing games or is a player, that rubber band will be huge as fuck. So I'm talking about the little rubber band, and I need you as the woman to anticipate this and know that it's potentially coming, and to be okay in that space and not to cling and go towards them so aggressively, so to say, so that you don't make that rubber band even bigger and you don't scare them off. This is also similar to the concept of like the man cave, right? That term didn't just come out of nowhere, right? Men, when they are processing something, are much more inclined to want to retreat internally and to do that processing on their own. Yeah, some of that is toxic because they've been told that they shouldn't express their emotions, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of men still do it, right? So they still want to just like go into themselves and think and process, whereas generally speaking, women want to be expressive and talk about those things. So it's, again, in those moments where that guy perhaps is retreating a little bit to avoid the temptation to fix, to lean in, to be like, are you okay? Are you mad at me? What's wrong? Like that sort of like pestering, because that's only going to make them want to like go deeper into themselves, especially if they're more avoidant. And you just need to be also practicing if you're anxious attachment too, especially that just because there is silence, it doesn't mean that someone is mad at you. I also see a lot of women that feel the need to like do a lot of like grand gestures for a guy, and I think if you're trying to be with a guy that's like a provider and a masculine guy, they actually like don't necessarily like appreciate that stuff as much as like we think that they would, because it's something that we would. I talk to a lot of like couples clients, and the guys are always just like, I just like simply want to be appreciated for like the stuff that I do for her. Like that's how they get joy. It's like the appreciation and the acknowledgement of all the effort that he's putting in, versus like if he does something nice for her and gets her a gift, like, and then she tries to do the same for his birthday, like it's not gonna hit the same. Like he simply, which is so nice for women, because it's like, all right, that's pretty easy. Like just be appreciative. Like I said in the other videos, just be appreciative. And I know it doesn't make sense to us because we're like, that wouldn't be enough for us, but like that's fine for them. Okay, bye.
One thing you need to know is that men condition you very early from when you meet them. You hear things like, I like being alone sometimes. I'm a very bad texter. I don't celebrate my birthdays. I don't enjoy going out, which is everything that you like to do. But because they're still showing you that affection in the beginning, you think that's how it's going to be. However, that's not what it's going to be. They're literally telling you, this is who I am, this is what it's going to be. But at the back of your mind, you think, oh, I'm special, I can save him. No. Once a man says that to you, just be prepared for the reality of what it will be. It is not going to change. They condition you early to become understanding girlfriend by telling you all these things. And then when your friends now start asking you, you'll be like, oh yeah, he doesn't really like his phone. Oh yeah, he doesn't celebrate birthdays. Oh yeah, he hates Valentine's. Don't be that girl. It's all part of the conditioning, because there's somebody out there he's going to do it for. But that person is not going to be you if you understand.
I saw this woman post a TikTok about how dating used to be a lot more fun when she was stupid, and I completely agree, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on why it has become less fun for me now as a 30-year-old woman. But dating stopped being fun for me once I realized that behind every man's actions is intention. And when I stopped making excuses, stopped giving men the benefit of the doubt, stopped saying, oh, well, he's not doing X, Y, and Z just, because he's going through something, or he's healing, or he really likes me, but he just can't, all that. When I realized that everything a man does or does not do has intention behind it, the reality of that made dating no longer fun. It was no longer fun to be naive or just make up some shit in my head to justify the way they were treating me. And so what I really mean by that is when I started to sit back and think, like, wait, the reason that this man is not talking to me is simply because he does not want to talk to me. That was all the reality I needed. That's when things really clicked. So there's 2 truths to this, right? Either one, he's doing something or not doing something because he simply does not want to, and it is a direct reflection of how he feels about you. He doesn't want to talk to you because he feels X, Y, and Z about you. And that's it. Or he acted this way towards you because that is a direct reflection of how he feels about you. Doesn't matter all the bullshit that he's going through or whatever it is. That's just how he feels about you. Or he might not feel negatively about you, but you might just be so low of a priority to him that he doesn't even think to act with you in mind. AKA, he doesn't give a shit. And not saying he doesn't care as in you're not worthy of being cared for, but that is intention as well. Like, he doesn't care. This is also an intentional move. He's not talking to you because you're not the forefront of his mind and he doesn't give a shit. The end. So that reality overall is a lot harder to sit with. And that's why I'm like, dating is just not silly and whimsical anymore, because when a man is acting negatively, I'm like, oh, wow, he does not fuck with me. And then I have to just keep pushing. Whereas it was just a lot better to live in that little fantasy world,
The men who genuinely care about you, who make you understand trust, respect, good communication, and healthy relationships. So choose relationship built on character, respect, and mutual understanding. Not someone who's going to be toxic, not someone who's going to be making you to question if you're actually worth it, not someone who's going to be making you worried why they haven't texted you or some reason like that. But the right one is definitely not going to allow you to keep questioning yourself. So if you've made it to the end of this video, do well to like, subscribe, share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.